I'm curious to see how quickly this watch will sell out. It's definitely become an icon at this point. Hello, welcome to Swiss Watch Gang. The watch community is often divided between the world of fully mechanical watches and the world of quartz watches. It's like the constant battle between driving a naturally aspirated car versus a fully electrical one. Most collectors are strongly leaning towards one side, whereas many tend to play on both courts. When it comes to collecting watches and choosing what to purchase next, I'm mostly asking myself the same questions. Does the design of this particular watch speak to me? Does the movement interest me? And does it fit the soul and story of this particular model? And what's also its utility, or how will I use this watch? As I collect across the spectrum, from wristwatches, pocket watches and clocks and other curiosities, I enjoy the watch collecting hobby from all perspectives and try to have an open mind, especially to new things. I have featured the Girard Perregaux Casquette 2.0 on my channel before, end of June 2022, when the black ceramic and titanium model came out. On pictures the watch was intriguing, but it was only in person where I fell for it, and its design cues grew on me ever since. That model was quickly sold out, and the Casquette collectors were left out to dry as the secondary market prices skyrocketed, at the peak reaching 4 times the retail price. Later versions followed in collaboration with Saint Laurent, a luxury fashion house known for its edgy, timeless designs and iconic influence on modern style. One in black ceramic with black DLC-treated titanium pushes and logo, as well as the second collaboration piece limited to only 200 pieces in full titanium. Today we'll talk about the recently launched newest addition to the lineup, the Titanium Casquette 2.0 with 18 karat 2N yellow gold pushers, and the iconic GP logo is made out of 18 karat 2N yellow gold as well. The Casquette originally came out in the 1970s, 1976 to be precise. It was introduced to our watch collecting world in 3 different variants: Macrolon, Steel, as well as the most 70s version, the full gold-plated piece. So this latest model which was just introduced combines 2 of those model or colors. The 1970s was a fun era for design, but a very turbulent era for the watch industry. It was a time of the Sony Walkman, the Polaroid instant camera, and if you're a gamer like me, the Atari 2600. On the other side, it was also the quartz crisis for our beloved watch industry. The quartz crisis began in the 1970s when affordable, highly accurate quartz watches from Japanese brands like Seiko disrupted the traditional Swiss mechanical watch industry, shifting consumer preferences towards practicality and affordability, actually forcing the Swiss watchmakers to adapt or face obsolescence. This exact model we're taking under the lens today is putting the Girard Perregaux collector community first, something I've never quite seen so openly communicated about. So if you're an owner of a Girard Perregaux model, you'll be able to order one of these new Casquette pieces first, between the dates of October 31st and up to November 14th. After that, it will be available to purchase within retailers worldwide as well as GP boutiques. If I think about the launch and success of the other Casquette 2.0 models, I would figure out a way to purchase it within the first 14 days because I'm not sure the supply will last after. Especially considering that it's only made in 820 examples, and once you dive deeper into the Casquette history, it does have a very strong cult following. Once you get your hands on one, the feeling of Girard Perregaux production capabilities come true. Don't let the quartz movement inside fool you, because GP spared no expense when producing the case and the bracelet as well. It's a funky dance between polished and satin finished surfaces, rounded as well as sharper edges. The bracelet is extremely comfortable and features polished links on the top part. The size of the links also nicely tapers all the way down into the titanium folding buckle, which is a micro adjustment system. Inside, the bracelet features rubber lining to increase the comfortability. It's also something we've seen on all the 2.0 models. If compared to one of the original models which I have here, it didn't have it. As the name suggests, this is a 2.0 version, a retro model revived and improved. A fun fact is also that if you are an owner of any old Casquette, GP can retrofit your watch with this new quartz caliber. To my knowledge, the most serviceable model I've seen so far. That way your beloved Casquette watch, which might not work anymore, can get one more chance at serving you longer. Here you can also see the 2 watches side by side. The design of the new model became more bold and edgy, less rounded. This also translated into the screen, which seems a bit bigger. Usually when brands redesign old icons, they mess it up or try to reinvent the wheel. I love how Girard Perregaux just adapted the design, improved the materials and the inner workings of the watch. If you have an old Casquette or you want one of these, let me know in the comment section below. I would love to hear your opinion on the model and which one is your favorite. Putting the watch on my wrist, you can really see the proportions: 42.4mm in length, a lug-to-lug of approximately 52mm, and a diameter or width of 33.6mm. The height is also nice at only 14.64mm. On picture and in the ads, this watch seems larger than life, whilst on the wrist it becomes very wearable and almost delicate. Comparing it to a round watch, I would say that it wears like a 36mm. The side of the case is satin finished with polished edges around it and the two 18-karat 2N yellow gold buttons, one on each side. The 18-karat yellow gold GP logo on top is a perfect little detail, and I think it makes the watch look even more retro. I wish I owned a DeLorean or a Lamborghini Countach. I think this watch would fit the aesthetic perfectly. As I said, it's a driver's watch, to wear on the wrist, and the time is something which is hidden. It's only for you, nobody can take a peek at it. So the functions are also neat. The watch has a tabular LED display. It's a type of digital display where light-emitting diodes are arranged in a tube-like configuration to show numbers or information commonly used in retro electronics and watches for a distinctive futuristic appearance. So to use the watch, you actually have two buttons on the side, one on the right, one on the left one. And then you can actually press either one of them to show you the time. It's gonna stay on for about a few seconds, just enough for you to see. The watch displays the hours and minutes, seconds, date, month and year. It also has a chronograph function, which is my favorite, a second time zone, and a memo function or a so-called secret date function. If you want to use the chronograph function, you just hold down the right button for a few seconds and press the left one to start. You can also stop it by pressing the left one again and reset to 0 by holding it. If you're interested in the latest Casquette 2.0 in full titanium with gold details, the price of this model is 4,750 Swiss francs and it's only limited to 820 pieces. Let me know what you think about this new Girard Perregaux release, and if you were able to purchase one, check the link in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.